I just spent $3,500 on this Pokemon collection from Facebook Marketplace. Was it worth it? Stick around to see if I made a profit.
Okay, I don't really know how this video is gonna go, but this is basically pretty much my first big Pokemon deal, and I'm a bit nervous. This guy seems already a bit hesitant. I don't know, he just seemed apprehensive the whole way. I feel like I was kind of leading the conversation as the buyer, but either way, I'm here. We're in Springfield, Massachusetts, pretty much. A little bit of a drive. I'm hoping this buy goes well. I mean, the way this deal kind of went down is I found it on Facebook Marketplace. It was listed for free, but you can have like the price as like 0 and crossed out or whatever. I'll put a screenshots of what it was, but he was asking 45 on TCG, his TCG thing, his app. I don't know the exact app he was using. It said it was worth like something like 6K, plus he has a few slabs that were equal to about $100. So if I can get this collection for 35, I mean, that's like a pretty crazy deal if I'm not wrong. I know it's kind of my first deal, but I think that's a really good deal. It's definitely one of my biggest investments I've made. Supposed to meet him in 20 minutes. I'm a little bit early, but kind of wanted to just do this little sit down and hope things go well. I'm sure I will be back at home or something like that. Yeah, but I just want to make this video and start this channel because I'm getting into this whole Pokemon space. And it never feels like when you're starting a new hobby that it's the best time. There's never a best time. You're never going to find the perfect time. You kind of just got to jump into something and see where it goes and just get your feet wet. The deals are out there, obviously. If you're watching this video, then obviously the deal kind of went through. Like I said, he was asking 4,500. I just threw a number out there to see if he would even respond, because you got to be kind of quick on the initial message, otherwise you'll waste so much of your time going into so many details. So I just threw him an offer of 3K. He kind of came back to me. I kind of just said, I'll throw up the screenshots, but I basically said something along the lines of, it takes time, it takes work to go through stuff like this. So I got him to agree to 3,500 relatively quickly. I'm not sure why he's selling the collection. I might ask him in person. That might be a little personal, but yeah, but we're meeting at a police station, 3,500. I think if anybody's going to do a deal, especially for this amount of money, kind of just randomly out of the blue, police station's probably your best bet. All right, I'm going to quick talk, and I feel like Sam Solik. You guys will probably next see me there at the house or checking out the collection. I'm not really sure. And then we're going to kind of go through the collection more in detail.
All right, what is going on, guys? I am back home, obviously. Did the deal. I wasn't able to record. Sorry about that. I just didn't want to throw off the guy a little bit, but it's the next day. I got everything. Now, before I show you everything that I got, I just want to go over what kind of happened and how we got here. I get there, it's a lot of cards. So many cards that you guys will obviously see soon enough, but so many cards that you can't go through it with the guy. Yeah, but I checked out his collection, basically flipped through all of his stuff, made sure that at least the big hitters that I saw and know that were in the listing were there. They all were, which is great. So enough said, let's get in. First, ETB, it's kind of filled with cards. This first one, honestly, a lot of promos, as you can see, like they're all sealed. More promos, honestly, he kind of sorted it in regards to promos in this ETB. You got a Mewtwo promo. There's a bunch of Greninjas. This was a cool one. This one's actually worth a little bit. Charmander GameStop promo. This one's pretty cool. It's got the GameStop stamp in the bottom right. Some Pikachu promos. Got special deliveries. These are also cool. There's some good ones in this ETB. A special delivery Charizard, which is awesome. Also, 2 of these Charizard V promos. So a Charmander promo. None of the Pokéstamped ones, but this one's and the Charizard's always worth a little bit. Yeah, but like I said, lot more cards than I was expecting. Obviously, when it comes to this hobby, the more cards, the harder it is to kind of sell, because you got to sell more cards. 4th ETB, it's a cool one. Sylveon V. This one's kind of interesting. There's a Pinsir Hollow, pretty good, moderately played, but it's a no symbol, which I thought was kind of interesting. Iron Valiant. Yeah, a bunch of full arts. I mean, that's most of this collection is just full arts, art rares, rainbows, some tag teams. Before we go into the binders that he had, he just had some, they weren't worth a ton, but he had some slabs. Starmie GX slab, PSA, what is that, 10 I think? 2 EX, PSA 10. Nothing special, but Lost Origin Pikachu. It's a nice card. I love this card. This is a PSA 9, but whatever. Venusaur and Snivy tag team. PSA 9, I believe. Same as Enta V here. PSA 10. Binder number 1. He had basically a full binder of 151. It's like a complete set, I'm pretty sure, plus duplicates, and a 3rd binder. Now, we're not going to go through every card in here, obviously, just because it would take forever, but just stacks of cards. I mean, honestly, ton of full arts here. More full arts, Secret Rares, all the gold, more full arts, trainers, full arts. So, like I said, this is pretty much a complete set of 151, starting from 1 to 151. Imagine that. No, this is pretty much where the good stuff of 151 comes through here. So, full arts, Charmanders, Bulbasaurs, I'll throw up photos. More Tails, Venusaur, Dragonairs, some trainers, and you got literally every card from 151. You got the Charizard, you got the Blastoise, you got the Alakazam at the top there. Just some random stuff. Blastoise, Piplup tag team, Pikachu, Zekrom, a lot of tag team, Vs, V-Stars. This is a page kind of just Dragonites on the left, Pikachu's on the right. There's a basic Gyarados, EX cards. There's a Giratina from Platinum, Muse on the left. You got some Galarian Moltres, Zapdos, some Breakouts, more Pikachus, a bunch of stuff. Some full arts here, more full arts. More full arts, trainers, Umbreons, Glaceons, more full arts, pretty dark, more full arts, just a ton of stuff, more full arts, more trainers, full arts, Rayquaza, promos from Entei promos here. Just go through this. Japanese full arts. These 2 trainer ones on the bottom, those are band cards. They're worth like $20 each. Articuno Hollow from Fossil. Some bulk stuff. There's a Hollow Gyarados from Rocket. Totodile. Okay, now before I show you guys the Excel sheet and all the numbers from this deal, I want to preface it saying that I didn't count. Here's what I counted. At the beginning, I was counting pretty much every card, kind of. Not every card, obviously, like the bulk ones that I obviously know aren't worth anything. There are some cards that I counted that are like, I put at like $1 that are in like the 80 to 90 cents range. I just round up to $1. But I was pretty strict when it comes to the market value of this. I really tried to see how much each of these cards were. And as I went through the collection, and as I said earlier in the 151, I didn't count any of the bulk. So that's not factored into any of this. None of the bulk is factored in. Meaning this stack, the 151, and pretty much every card that was only worth $1, I didn't even put it into the Excel sheet. It's not really worth the time or effort trying to sell that. Okay guys, so here's the spreadsheet. Before I show you guys the final figures here, roughly I counted not 593. I mean, there's some spacing, but I'll just go through this real slowly, real quick, just so you guys could pause and see exactly which cards are in here. But In total, pretty much, if we just go through all this, keep scrolling down in case you wanted to pause. I'll make this quick. Keep going. Yeah, like I said, a lot of cards. It's going to be a bit of work, a little bit more work than I wanted to deal with, but nonetheless, got to do it. So in total, probably like 550 cards in total, because there's some blank spaces just to separate some of the stuff. But without further ado, let me repaste this. So these are the final figures. So market value of all these cards, not including the bulk, like I said earlier, is $5,275. Not terrible. We paid, once again, $3,500 in total. A lot of money. But that brought us to a percentage paid of 66.3. Now, obviously, I haven't done a ton of deals. This is kind of my biggest deal in a sense. But from what I know, you kind of want to pay under 70%, especially when there's this many cards. So percentage-wise, I think we did pretty decent. Don't mean to pat myself in the back, but I think 66% is a pretty good sweet spot. You guys can kind of tell me in the comments on what you think about that. But I think that's pretty decent. Again, so unrealized profit is $1,775. Obviously, you're not going to get that. It's going to take a ton of time to sell these cards. But I subtracted 13%, which is like a high percentage. I think that's what TCG takes. So if I were to sell these cards on TCG, I would get if I sold all of them on TCG, I'd get $1,540. So I just subtracted 13% of that. So, but that doesn't factor in time. Basically, we made $1,500 off this deal, in a sense. Now, scrutinize me if I'm wrong, or tell me how I'm wrong in the comments. But this is what I came to, and these are the numbers. Again, went through all of these. Time to sell. I mean, I thought a month, but honestly, just kind of thinking about that, that is pretty unrealistic for that many cards. Obviously depends how you sell them. If you're selling them online, it'd probably be a little bit faster, but obviously you're going to be paying more fees and make less money. And that $1,500 I'd be making, that obviously doesn't factor in any of my time, and this is going to take hours to sell, no doubt. My final thoughts on this. Let's see. Overall, am I happy with the deal? Absolutely. I think $1,500 is $1,500. I mean, that's a lot of money for some people. It's going to take a lot of time, but if you're willing to taking the time, go through all these cards, do the deal, $1,500 is right there. And those deals are out there. These deals are all over the place. People asking for this amount of much. They're out there. You kind of got to work for them, but I'm happy with the deal. I'll probably make a follow-up video regarding this collection on how I sell them, how long it took me to sell them, etc. I mean, this is my first big deal pretty much, but and how I'm going to sell them. I want to do conventions, stuff like that, some vendor POV stuff, but we will see. We will see. Other than that, guys, that is it. Again, subscribe, like the video, comment your opinion on this deal. I think it was a pretty good deal. Other than that, guys, that is all. Like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Ethan, and peace out.